The only reason most artists struggle to sell art is because they keep showing it to strangers. And the fact remains the same. Strangers don't buy art. So if you're an artist and if you want to have a sustainable art career and you want to make a living, you want to live off your art, in this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step how to turn strangers into customers. My way, my blueprint. So let's go. Step one, as an artist, if you are able, like if you pay attention in my videos, I keep championing and preaching about setting up a homemade art studio. So I hope by now some of you guys have been able to set up your homemade art studio, because once you have your studio set up, that's an asset you can live off, you can eat off for as long as you want. So if you have a studio where you can create your work, now the next thing to do is how to sell your work. You have to find a way to sell art. The reason we create art, other than those who are doing it just for the love of it, just for the hobby, for the labor of love aspect of it, is that we have to sell art. We have to make a living of it. Now, there's this information that's floating around that 95 to 97% of artists actually struggling to make a living off their creative art. So here's my step-by-step, my blueprint, my get rich or die trying way, independently, the art of one system, to build your own customer base and slowly but surely live off it. A little bit here, a little bit there, but you're gonna have your own base, you're gonna have your own customers, and with that, you're gonna depend on yourself. You don't need the gallery, you don't need the industry collector, you don't need the industry curator, you don't need to do a solo show or group show in order for you to put food on the table. You could do this on your own. This is how I've been making my living for the past 10 years. Now, do I have the information? Do I know what I was doing? No. Everything just happened by accident. And now that I'm looking back, like, oh, this is actually a system on its own. So now I have packaged it as a system. But all these things just happen by trial and error. But now that I'm looking back now, oh, I really actually have a system, and this system's actually kept me in business for 10 years. And by doing this trial and error, I came across, I did a collaboration with Pepsi. I work with Uber, Facebook, MasterCard, HBO. I've been contacted to teach 4th, 5th, and 6th graders for good money. And I did it for some time until I got tired of waking up in the morning. Like, it just brings so much opportunity. The opportunities are endless if you go by this system. So this is a step-by-step how I want to show you what to do so you can build your own system and eat of it step by step, slowly but surely. So step one is social media. So we're going to look at social media as, now let's say you have about 1,000 followers on social media. I do have what? I have over close to 4,500. Let's say 4,400 followers on Instagram, me, just on my Instagram. That's where I would say I'm more active. So I have about 4,300 or 4,400. I don't really care too much about it. So over 4,000 followers on Instagram. Now, what that Instagram or that social media is for me is that my social media followers are kind of like my marketing team. Like, I am a brand, I am a product, I am a personal brand, I am a business. My Instagram followers are my marketing team. That's how I look at them. Now, if you know what marketing team, I'm looking at marketing team from like the record label, the music industry aspect, where they have like a street team. The street team marketing team, what they do is they will hit the street, they will pass out flyers, they will pass out business cards, they will blast the streets and the light poles with posters, you name them. So that's what I look at Instagram for. Because what I have realized over time is that my Instagram followers or my Instagram friends or my Instagram supporters, if I may use that word, actually my Instagram supporters, what they do for me is that they usually share my post. So what they do is they usually recommend, if I post something that's excite them, they will share with someone who they think might like that, someone who they think might be interested in what I was talking about or what I was working on. So they would share it. Sometimes they would repost it. And so what they do for me is that they get the words out, right? They like the word of mouth. They tell their friends, they tell their friends, they tell their friends. So right now, what I'm looking at social media is that my social media team get the information out there. They get to tell their people. Whether they go out to the parties, they would say, oh, this guy that I follow on Instagram, he's an artist, he's this, is that. So that's how they get it out there. And somebody reach out to me, oh, somebody told me about you, may I? But usually, I don't really get business from Instagram like that. Once in a while, once in a blue, business happen. But I do not usually get business. Like my business doesn't depend on social media or Instagram at all. At all. However, every little bit count, every touch point count. So I'm not gonna sit here and discount social media. Social media is very important, it's major. You need it. You need those people, because like I said, those are your marketing team. They get the word out there. If you're doing something, you're creating something, you're talking about what you're coming up with, they're going to be talking about it. They tell their friends, they tell their friends. I don't care, out of my 4,000 followers, even if I get 5 of them to tell their friends, that's 10 customers. And out of those 10, maybe 3 might purchase. And every purchase matters when you are an artist, because as you know, 95 to 97% are struggling. People don't make a livable income doing art. One of the reports that I saw, they said, well, over 70% of artists actually make less than 10 grand a year. So if you decide to just do art and live off it, over 75% make less than 10 grand. Now, how are you gonna live off 10 grand a year? So every touch point count. In order for you, every bit count. Like me as an artist, I have so many different avenues that I push to create revenues. However, people reach out to me on the streets, like, yo, I do have this, a lady reached out to me, oh, I do have this dress, and I had something happen to it, I spill a wine on it, would you please just make it your style and just make the whole thing? Hell yeah, bring it. How much? $300. So every bit count. That's me. I take everything. I don't leave anything. Like, I'm taking all prisoners. So I do not leave anything. And I don't do special commission like, oh, I want you to draw this flying. I'm not into that. But my style of work, what I put on garments and what I put on canvas, if somebody sees it and they say, look, I want your style, just you go out and do you. I do have this thing, I do have this wall behind in my kitchen that is kind of like a messy. Would you come in and just do it and just apply your style there? Yes, I go do it. So some of these deals or some of these businesses can come from social media. So that's why I do not discount social media. So continue to hold on to your social media. As a beginner, you getting started, if you can, actually, what I would recommend you do is, if you don't have a lot of followers, let's say you have less than 1,000 followers, you can do this. Number one, reach out to all your followers, right? Reach out to all these people that follows you. And in the DM, and ask them to join your email list. So ask them for their email addresses. Now, you only do this if you have an email system in place. If you don't have the email marketing system in place yet, don't do it. Wait till you set it up. Personally, I use ConvertKit. ConvertKit. If you haven't heard about it, look it up. Just Google it. Convert, like convert. Kit, like KIT. Look it up. They don't do phone calls. That part sucks. That's what I hate about ConvertKit. I don't like that part of it. Everything is you're just gonna keep talking to AI. It's pretty much you doing everything on your own. But it's free for you as a beginner artist if you have less than 1,000 email addresses. If you just getting started, then ConvertKit is amazing for you because it's gonna be free, and you can use the email marketing system to continue to send email, to continue to push your work all for free. For people like myself, I do pay for, because I do have a much bigger list than you getting started. So I pay for it. The only thing I don't like about ConvertKit, like I said, they don't have a customer service over the phone. But for free, please look into it and do it. So if you have it in place, if you have a setup in place, then reach out to all the people who follows you on IG and ask them to please support you by joining you on your email list, and ask them to give you the email addresses. And you have to sit down and do all this by yourself, put everything in there. That's what I call the art of one. That's why I'm using the word art of one. The art of one. It's the art of one business, one man business. The art of one artist business. You do everything on your own. If I tell you all the things that I do on my own in order to get one customer to purchase, you'll be surprised. So you got to do all on your own. You got to sit down and punch everything in there by yourself. You need to dedicate some time to do that. So if you don't have the email system, the ConvertKit system, or any other systems, just look into whatever that you like the most. I'm using ConvertKit, so I talk about experiences. I'm sharing my experience with you. So ConvertKit, that's what I use. You can use it to keep all your email addresses there and then send them once a week. So you can do that with the ConvertKit. So if you do have that system in place, ask all the people that follows you on social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, and all what have you, whatever you have, ask them to give you the email addresses. Hopefully they trust you enough, they're comfortable enough because they've seen you post, so they know who you are, and they will give you the email addresses. And then you will have it into the system, and then you use the email marketing system where you can show more behind the scene, you can do more of the stuff, and they can read the stuff that you talk about. It's easier for them to emotionally be converted into like, you know what, this guy is doing his thing. Let me support. So that's the power of collecting email addresses. So social media, like I said, look at it as a marketing team, but also those people that follows you, you can find a way to convert them into customers. Because usually social media people, they just follow you and just double tap, like, comment, like. But that's not currency. We trying to make some money off our art, of our creativity. So if you can ask them to give you the email address and then bring them to your email system, there over time, during the Christmas holidays, or some special birthdays and stuff like that coming up, that's when they might be, oh, you know what, let me support. It's a birthday coming and stuff like that. So social media, one. Number two, your website. If you have a website in place, Google usually will index your website in the Google database, and there's something called stumble upon. Every once in a while, strangers will stumble upon your website, and then they might click it, they might not click it, but if they do click it and it brings them to your website, you can have an impulsive bias. You can have someone who just sees something like, oh, this is fire, oh, this is hot, you know what, I need this now, and they will just whip up their credit card and they will just make a purchase. Regardless if they know you or not, whether they trust their website or not, they will just make a purchase. So some people are like that. Google usually will bring those people to you, those impulsive buyers. So now, with purchase off the website, people cannot buy anything from you unless they provide an email address. So when a stumble upon happen, an impulsive buyer shows up on your website and give you a support, give you a purchase, because that's kind of like a love at the first sight. Somebody just stumbled upon your link on Google, click on it, came to your website and love what they see and say, you know what, I'm gonna buy something, and then they buy it. That's impulsive buyer, and that person, that's a love at the first sight. So you need to make sure you lock that email address that they provided for the purchase in your system. And then you're gonna send the email. When you send your group email, a weekly email, they're also gonna receive an email. If they don't like to continue to be receiving email from you, they can unsubscribe. There's not no issues with that. I get unsubscribers every week or every other week. It's nothing. It's just a tiny part of it. Most important part is we continue to bring in more email addresses. We continue to convert strangers into customers. We continue to bring new people on. That's our focus. People will be dropping off, but we want to focus on bringing more people in. So when stumble upon happen on Google, an impulsive purchase happened on your website, the email address that was used to purchase from you, that email address must be copied and pasted within your email marketing system. And on a weekly basis, when you send out those emails, you send it to them to continue to remind them that you actually are legit. You are a legit business. You are a legit artist, and you're actually doing this for real. And that will increase. That will actually grow that trust that they have for. They didn't even know you. They didn't even have a trust for you from the beginning, but they purchased. Now that you're gonna send out email, they're gonna trust you more. Like, oh, this is the person, or this is the guy, this is the artist, and they're gonna learn to actually love you more, and you're gonna bond with them, and that's a customer for life. And number 3, which is my favorite, this is how I'm able to convert so many strangers, so many not customers, if that's the word, into customers, and that's in person, selling art in person, selling anything that I create. And I'm a champion of making things by hand, handmade, hand painted, hand created, hand whatever. I don't care if you're a creator who gets your work, say, digital prints, like you get your work digitally printed and sell it on a website. I still recommend going out, sell in person. But when you go in to do in person, what works best in person is bring something that's hand created, handmade. So even if that's not your style, then try to set up a small studio in your crib and start experimenting, creating things by hand. And then when you show up, yes, I'm an artist, I'm a creator, I'm a designer, I'm whatever. This is stuff that I make. It's all handmade. People will have, the conversation will be longer than if you tell them, some print house over there printed this for me. If you tell them, I handmade this is my work, I'm an artist, I'm a creator, this 1 minute's conversation will turn to 10 minutes. Right there, that stranger has become your friend. It's amazing how the in-person work. If a stranger walk upon your setup in person, after talking to you for 30 seconds, they become your friend. 1 minute, 2 minutes, before you know it, they become a customer, and then they remain a customer for life. So that's my favorite. In person, I've been able to collect so many email addresses, so many uncountable email addresses in person. And can you imagine? Actually, I just started doing it probably less than a year ago, seriously going at it. For the past 10 years, I just focus on just the currency, just transaction, buy, go. And so if you let people just buy from you and they walk away, then you're losing future customers. You don't have business because you don't have future customers. You always have to go fight and gain new customers. But if they purchase from you and you find a way to lock them in, whether to social media or with your email address, now you have a customer. They bought once, and now you're going to be able to have them buy again and again and again. And then the new customer comes in. So that's how the base of the business actually grows. That's how you actually build a real foundation for the business. And this is no different from what the galleries, the museums, and all these businesses is doing. It's no different from what Amazon is doing. It's all email addresses. It's all emails. So the best way to collect those is in person. And the best way to have strangers trust you is in person. When they see you, they can just fall in love with you right there. You the creator, you the artist? Wow, that's amazing. You ask for email address, they're just going to give it to you right away. You ask them for them to follow you on social media, yes, they're going to just give you that follow. So that is actually the best way to convert strangers into customers is in person. It is the best. Now that in person can be like I've received so many messages. Thank you all you guys for people who have been implementing what I've been championing and telling me. There's a person that reached out to me and said, oh, they went out and they did great, but they forgot to collect email addresses. And I said, it's your first time. It's your first time, but I'm glad you went out there to do it. It's your first time. You're going to get used to it. And somebody also said they went and they need to bring the tablets, stuff like that. People are actually taking the action. And I'm telling you, action is what God wants. So take their action. Action works louder than, let's say action works louder than words. So take that action in person. You cannot lose. It works faster to me than social media in terms of conversion, like currency, like people buying. It's faster. So look around your town. There might be a flea market. There might be some art fairs. There might be some art expos, some street fairs. Major street, like hip street levels that you can just show up on the weekends. Show up, bring your hand-created work. Hand-created work, because that convert better. When you make something by hand, people seem to respect it and love it better, and they seem to trust you more because they're talking to a creator, they're talking to an artist. That works more. So handmade, hand-created, whatever it is. Now, like I said, if your business is based on digital print, continue to do your stuff. But we're talking about if you want to go in person to bring in to convert more strangers into customers, the best way to get them to convert is to present handmade, hand created, something that's more handmade. It makes them want to have more conversation with you, and with those conversations, it's easy for them to give you their email address, to give you a follow on social media. Even if they don't purchase right there, they will remember that I talked to this artist. And then when they receive your email address, or when you send them a DM or something, they will remember, oh, that's the artist that I bump into in the streets down there, or at that fair, at the flea market, at this place and that place. And this is how we continue to build our own customers. If you continue to do this, keep collecting, keep meeting people and bringing them into your system has no choice but to grow. It's not going to just remain flat. It's just going to continue to grow, because every weekend or I don't care, I don't know how many times you're going to be going out. I'm a weekend person, Saturday and Sunday. So if you decide to go out every weekend, you're going to keep, it's going to just keep growing. Just like with social media, follow that when you get followed, it grows. The same thing, you're going to continue to build your email address, and it grows. The more email addresses you have, the more chances you have when you send out the email that somebody's going to purchase. So we want to do that over and over and over. We want to do that more, because the more, the better in this scenario, in this business. The more customers you have, the more customer base you have, the better. So this is the get rich or die trying approach to what I call the art of one. Being an independent artist and not dependent on no gallery to give you a shot, no industry collector to give you a shot, no industry curator to give you a shot, no local or national solo or group show to happen in order for you to survive. You go out there, you meet the people where they are. You go out there, you show your face, you go set up and make some money by selling what you brought to the market, and collect some information and make money on the back end of that, those information you collected later on. And that's how the machine just slowly, it just work. It's just gonna keep working. So however way you look at it, it's gonna continue to move. It's moving. It never stops. Once you start looking at it from the social media angle, from the in-person angle, from the email address angle, from what have you, and the people will be approaching you for different opportunities. There's opportunities when people can see you and can talk to you in person. The same thing can happen online as well, but here's a situation where you don't have that massive following on social media. You don't have that. You're just getting started. You're a beginner. I've been doing social media for how long now? I'm still at the 4,000 follows. Now, what I've made in person is 1,000 times what my social media follow is. So it works. It works if you actually stick to it, if you actually work it. I'm gonna keep it right here. Tell a friend to tell a friend, subscribe. Majority of actually people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So please subscribe, share this video with a friend, and tell a friend to tell a friend to share it with his friend to share, and send it to someone who is a creative, someone who might be interested in hearing this, and go out there and go implement it. Check out my link below. Go to my website, support me if you can. Other than that, I see you on the next one. Salute, peace. I am working on a blueprint, on a flywheel, on an independent creative artist blueprint that can help you make money. I'm working on it. It's nowhere near finished, but I'm working on it. When it's done, you will know about it. You'll be the first one to know about it. I'll put it out there. Other than that, go set up your homemade art studio. Go create something with your hand and go sell it in person, and watch you transform your own art career. Salute. Thank you. Peace. One.